So this morning, President Trump's border agenda is showing epic results in June. The lowest border encounters and apprehensions in history, with zero releases into the U.S. for the second month in a row. But that didn't stop one Obama-appointed judge from swooping in to strike down the president's executive order, cracking down on asylum claims. Former Deputy Assistant Attorney General Tom Dupree joins us now. So, Tom, I thought we were done with this. The Supreme Court said, knock it off, district court judges. But this judge said, not so fast.
I think this judge may not have gotten the memo. And look, you're right. The United States Supreme Court said nationwide injunctions are a thing of the past. Judges have to act within their lanes. They can't get too far out over their skis in granting broad relief. But this decision is pretty striking. It's an 130-page written opinion that grants vast, broad relief to people trying to get asylum at the southern border. He enjoined, or at least temporarily put a halt to President Trump's program, which frankly was very similar to what President Biden had in place. It went further than Biden's. It was stronger than Biden's. But this judge nonetheless said it went too far.
How do you anticipate the administration will respond to this? Will they try to get emergency relief from the Supreme Court, or are they going to go through the entire process with the Court of Appeals?
Yeah, look, the administration is going to fight this. They're going to take this up to the Court of Appeals that sits over this judge. That's the D.C. Circuit. And if they don't win there, they're going to take it to the United States Supreme Court. I think they're going to make a couple arguments. I think, one, they're going to say that this judge underestimated President Trump's power to administer and enforce the immigration laws and secure the border. And the second argument I think they're going to make is the point we were discussing a minute ago, that this decision does seem to be a bit contrary to what the United States Supreme Court said just last week when it said, hey, no more of these nationwide injunctions.
Meanwhile, the administration getting a big win. A judge is ruling that the Boulder terror suspect, Mohammed Salman's wife and 5 kids, they can be deported.
Yeah, look, this is a pretty important decision. What it does is it clears the way for the United States to remove the individuals, the family members of this guy who committed this, or apparently committed this heinous attack in Boulder. The family had gone to court. They had asked the federal judge to basically pump the brakes on the United States' ability to remove them. And this judge rebuffed that effort. He said, look, you're going to have to go before an immigration judge. You can make whatever arguments you have before the immigration judge. You'll get your due process, but I'm not going to halt this train.
Are they out of rope when it comes to this, the family, or can they still file an appeal?
Well, they can go before the immigration judge. If they don't like the immigration judge, they can try to appeal that decision. But look, this thing is going to move on a pretty quick track, I'm confident. This is not the sort of thing that's going to be litigated for years. I think the family will have their day in court. They'll have a chance to make their case to the judge, as they have a right to do. But if and when that judge rejects their claim, my guess is the United States will move extremely quickly to remove these individuals from the United States.
Well, I think it goes back to the point of the executive. The visa process is controlled by the executive branch. You can debate the merits all day if you think these people should stay in the country. That's irrelevant to the authority of the branch, right?
That's right. And look, these people were all visa overstays. They came into the country on a visa. They overstayed. So unless they come up with some argument that we haven't seen before, some evidence as to why they have a right to stay in the country, you're absolutely right. It's the prerogative and, frankly, the duty of the executive branch to remove people from the country. If they're here, they're unlawfully present in the United States and have no legal basis to remain in the country.
The law could be just so clear sometimes, Tom. I appreciate it, brother.
Thanks so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.